Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to start shading your chair is your drawing pencils. There's a number line on the front of the container, and that's to tell you how dark or light or hard or soft one of the pencils is. So 6B is going to be your darkest and your softest pencil. As the numbers go down in the B's and get closer to the middle, they get a little bit lighter. The B pencil is the lightest of the soft pencils. The HB means it's a combination of hard and soft. And then as it gets into the H's, it gets harder and also lighter. So the 4H is the lightest pencil you'll find in this particular box. When you open the box, you'll see they all kind of look the same. They're all blue. But the letter and number that you're looking for, the 3B here, or the 5B here, or the H here, are all on the side. So that's how you determine which pencil it is that you are using. When we sharpen these pencils, we use a hand sharpener because they're too soft to go into the actual sharpener. So I started a little before just so you could have an idea of the difference between just a drawing and something that's shaded. And I'm going to continue to work here. So the first part that I started with was the seat. I saw when looking at my picture that this was the lightest part of the chair because that's where the light is hitting it. So I started there, and I started with a B pencil. I wanted to use soft pencils on mine, and B is the lightest of the soft. And I started by just adding texture. I don't want to color in this whole thing. I was just adding a little bit of the green in the wood. So I'm kind of using the side of my pencil, pressing very softly, and just adding in a little bit of that green that I see on the top of my seat and in between the lines, the board lines that I had drawn. And then I'm very softly just going to smudge that so I can still see the texture that I'm adding, but it's not super dark or super messy, I guess. And I can do that to a few boards all the way across until I'm happy with my seat. Again, I want to keep the integrity of my first drawing and just kind of enhance it using my drawing pencils so I have this nice soft look. Now, when I look at other parts of the chair, I have darker and medium spots. So I'm going to switch to my 6B pencil. That's my darkest pencil, and I'm going to work on this part of the chair because it's very dark. It's not as dark as this part I did here, but it's the same pencil. Here I did 2 layers of the 6B. Here I'm only going to do 1. And I'm going to color in this entire shape because the whole part of this is dark. I'm pressing lightly and filling in the entire shape until it's all nice and blended. Then I can use my finger and I can smudge it just a little, keeping it in the lines. If I do smudge a little outside the lines, I want to make sure to take my eraser or one of the erasers from your pencil box and clean up my edges and add any lines in that I erase by accident. A medium pencil that might work well is a 4B. Again, you can make your own decisions, test them on the back. But the idea is now I can kind of go in to the side of one of the legs and add a medium pencil. And you can see the difference between a 4B and a 6B. Kind of drastic difference, but not too far because I want all the different tones to show up. Now you're going to be shading your entire picture, so take your time, make smart choices, work on one section at a time, work your way around, blend as you go, erase when you get outside the lines. And feel free to turn over your paper and test out these different types of pencils on the back before using them on the front. Find the one that works for you and work hard on your chair so that you have a really beautiful, clean drawing in the end, erasing any fingerprints or smudges that get outside of your drawing.